We begin today in Venezuela, where officials say more than 900 people are dead and more than 3,300 are hurt after two powerful earthquakes hit near the nation's capital on Wednesday. Now the race is on to find the estimated thousands of people who are still missing. You're looking live at those efforts right now, and all of this comes as millions in Venezuela were already facing economic instability and lack steady access to things like power and clean water. CBS News correspondent Camilo Montoya-Galvez just arrived in Venezuela and has the very latest.
We just landed here in Venezuela, which is facing one of the most catastrophic natural disasters in its modern history. Hundreds of people are presumed to be dead, thousands more are injured, and many are still desperately looking for their loved ones. We have seen officials and residents of Venezuela alike looking for survivors in the rubble, in collapsed buildings. We actually had to fly into Valencia, Venezuela's third largest city, because the main airport in Caracas was badly damaged by the earthquakes. Now we're driving to La Guaira, which has become one of the main epicenters of the dire humanitarian crisis here. Thousands of people are presumed to be missing in that coastal sector of the country alone. We're now seeing international rescue teams, including volunteers from countries like Mexico and Brazil, come here to help and assist in that search and rescue effort. In fact, during our plane ride here, we saw people from Brazil, Mexico, and other countries coming here to help in that rescue effort, and they were applauded when they landed here in Valencia, Venezuela. That was an uplifting scene in an otherwise tragic situation. Camilo, Montoya-Galvez, CBS News, Venezuela.
Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Cristian Benavides joining us live from Bogota, Colombia, where relief flights are departing to help those impacted by those earthquakes. Cristian, how is the international community stepping up to help Venezuela?
Well, look, it's not just Colombia. You've got countries from across the region and really around the world that are participating in this relief effort, so badly needed. You got to think about so many people that are buried underneath the rubble, so many buildings and so many crews, search and rescue crews that are needed for each building. I'll just remember what happened during Surfside when we had that one building collapse and we had so many rescue crews on just that one building. Now, amplify that but by so many more buildings. If you look at pictures of La Guaira, I mean, it appears as if a bomb went off. It is truly, truly heart-wrenching. Now, again, there are reports that people are still hearing those who are buried beneath the rubble speaking, and the first 48 hours are key in being able to get people out from there alive, which is why these search and rescue teams are so important. Now we know search and rescue crews from Spain, Chile, and the Dominican Republic that are joining this round-the-clock search. Here from Colombia, you had about 68 personnel that went from different search and rescue teams that were deployed to Venezuela in order to look for survivors. So really the race is on right now. They are really desperately looking to get to those people who are still alive, buried underneath the rubble. That is the focus now, and that is why so many countries from across the region and around the world are sending assistance, not just personnel. We know that the U.S. has also pledged $150 million in order to help Venezuela rebuild. We know that this is going to be an ongoing effort. I mean, the images are just truly just devastating, and it is so heartbreaking to hear people. If you've seen the images on social media, just hear people who are still alive, buried beneath the rubble, and you just hope that these search and rescue teams can get there in time.
Yes, and those family members desperate for answers to find their loved ones. Cristian Benavides, thank you so much for that update.